General Vextar clicked his mandibles in satisfaction as he watched the prison transport descend toward Kethmore Prime. The humans inside had no idea what awaited them on the galaxy's most notorious Deathworld. After all, what could these soft, pink creatures possibly do against a planet that had claimed thousands of seasoned warriors? But as the transport's engines fell silent, the general would soon learn that underestimating humanity was the gravest mistake the Zephyrian Empire had ever made. The Council of Zephyrian High Command had been unanimous in their decision. These captured human soldiers would serve as the perfect test subjects for their new penal colony. Kethmore Prime was a Class 0 Deathworld, a planet so hostile that even their most hardened criminals rarely survived beyond a few rotations. The atmosphere was toxic, the wildlife was ravenous, and the very ground beneath one's feet could open up without warning. Let them taste despair, General Vextar had declared to his subordinates as they prepared the transport. These humans think they're warriors, but they've never faced true adversity. The planet's surface was a nightmare of crystalline storms that could strip flesh from bone, and temperatures that fluctuated between scorching heat and bone-chilling cold within mere hours. Perfect for breaking the spirit of any species foolish enough to challenge Zephyrian supremacy. Captain Sarah Chen pressed her face against the transport's small viewport, studying the alien landscape below. The other 37 humans in the cramped hold remained silent, but she could feel their determination radiating through the recycled air. They had been captured during the Battle of Proxima Station, but they were far from defeated. "Remember what they taught us in survival training," she whispered to her fellow prisoners. "Every environment has patterns. Every challenge has a solution." Her words spread through the group like wildfire, reigniting hope in eyes that had grown dim with despair. The transport's doors hissed open, revealing a world that seemed designed by nightmares. Jagged rock formations jutted from the purple-tinted ground like broken teeth, while overhead, two crimson suns cast an eerie glow through the toxic atmosphere. The air itself seemed to shimmer with malevolent energy. "Welcome to your new home," sneered the Zephyrian guard, his translator unit rendering his words into harsh, mechanical English. "Try not to die too quickly. The general enjoys watching the security feeds." As the transport lifted off, leaving the humans stranded on this alien hell, Captain Chen gathered her people around her. "We're not here to survive," she announced, her voice carrying across the barren landscape. "We're here to thrive. This isn't a prison, it's our new base of operations." The first few cycles were brutal. The humans learned to read the patterns of the crystalline storms, taking shelter in the very caves that had been death traps for other species. They discovered that the planet's seemingly hostile wildlife could be tamed with patience and understanding rather than brute force. Most importantly, they learned to work together in ways that their captors had never imagined possible. "Every species sees obstacles," observed Dr. Marcus Webb, the team's xenobiologist, as he successfully domesticated one of the planet's predatory vine creatures. "Humans see opportunities waiting to be discovered." General Vextar watched in growing amazement as his security feeds showed the impossible. The humans weren't just surviving, they were building. They had constructed shelters that could withstand the planet's worst storms, established food production systems, and even begun mining operations. In just 50 cycles, they had accomplished what the Zephyrians had deemed impossible. "This cannot be," he muttered, his 4 eyes fixed on the screens. "No species has ever mastered Kethmore Prime. It's scientifically impossible." His aide, Commander Jexla, tilted her head nervously. "General, perhaps we underestimated their capabilities. These humans seem to possess an unusual capacity for adaptation." The general's mandibles clicked in frustration. "Adaptation? They're not adapting, they're conquering. Look at these readings." He gestured at the displays showing human-built structures dotting the landscape. "They've turned our death world into a thriving colony in less than 2 rotations." The truth was even more remarkable than the general realized. The humans had done something no other species had ever attempted, they had learned to love their prison. Captain Chen stood atop the highest tower of their newly constructed settlement, watching the binary sunrise paint the sky in shades of amber and rose. "You know what I've realized," she said to her lieutenant, who had joined her for the morning watch. "Every world is a death world if you fight against it. But if you learn to dance with it." She gestured toward the thriving community below, where humans worked alongside the planet's native creatures in perfect harmony. "We've turned their punishment into our paradise," Lieutenant Torres replied, grinning at the irony. "The Zephyrians sent us here to break us, but instead, we've built something beautiful." The transformation was complete when the humans made their most audacious move yet. Instead of waiting for rescue, they sent a message to the Zephyrian High Command. Captain Chen's face appeared on screens throughout the Empire, her expression calm and confident. "General Vextar," she began, her voice carrying the authority of someone who had conquered the impossible. "We want to thank you for the gift of Kethmore Prime. Your death world has become our home, and we'd like to extend an invitation. Send your diplomats. Let's discuss trade agreements." The general's mandibles hung open in shock. "Trade agreements? They want to negotiate with us. But they're prisoners." "Not anymore," Commander Jexlaw observed quietly. "They've become something else entirely. They've become citizens of a world we couldn't conquer." The final insult came when the humans began accepting refugees from other species, teaching them the secrets of surviving on Kethmore Prime. The planet that had once been a symbol of Zephyrian power became a beacon of hope for the galaxy's downtrodden. "We didn't just survive your death world," Captain Chen said in her final transmission to the Empire. "We made it bloom. That's what humans do, we find a way to turn endings into beginnings." General Vextar stared at the transmission long after it ended, finally understanding the truth that would reshape the galaxy's understanding of humanity. "They didn't break the planet," he whispered to himself. "They broke our understanding of what's possible." The humans had done more than survive, they had redefined what it meant to be alive. And in doing so, they had sent a message that would echo across the stars: there is no such thing as a hopeless situation, only species that have forgotten how to hope.